Hello, and welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, we're talking Tom Aspinall and his pick for potential champion of middleweight division end of year 2025. We're going to get into this pick. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. I want you to stop and think for a second, what if the UFC was to stop advertising for upcoming events and only tell us when an event will be? I would assume that within a year, 95% of the viewership would be gone. And only 5% will stick around. That's the hardcore MMA fans that are there just for the skills. What am I trying to say here? Well, we're human beings. We love telling stories and we love hearing stories. Storytelling is embedded within us, right? That's how we understand the world around us. That's how we enjoy time. And it's almost similar to breathing and eating and drinking. We just don't really pay attention to that part. We love storytelling, right? So what am I trying to say here? I would assume that 75% of the entertainment factor of any event is in the build-up for said event. How so? Well, that's why you have press conferences. That's why you have interviews. That's why sometimes you even have manufactured quote-unquote beef to build up anticipation. We're human beings. We love stories. We love drama. That's just a fact, right? So what am I trying to say here? Tom Aspinall recently was so generous to come out and have a tremendous list of picks for male champions of by the end of the year 2025, which personally I have to stop and thank the guy, because it's so brave for an active fighter to pick basically some peers above others to be champions. I could understand how that may be offensive to some fighters. For instance, in the welterweight division, Tom Aspinall did not pick Leon Edwards as favorite to be champion end of the year 2025, even though that's his countryman. He rather picked Bilal Muhammad. He thinks that Bilal is massively underrated, which we talked about so much on this channel, right? And Tom Aspinall is so brave and honest to say such things. That's why I just have to stop and respect this. And obviously, words incentivize people to work harder. Maybe Leon Edwards hears these comments and it drives the guy to reclaim what was once his. Maybe another guy hears that he wasn't even in the conversation and he wants to become champion of the division. So there's a magical thing about words that many of us are not really aware of. And I much appreciate this list that Tom Aspinall come out with, because like I said, it's brave. People may not look that much into it, but it's very brave. And, words, they have tremendous power, right? As I said, we love storytelling, and, right now, I'm literally making a video talking about this guy's picks, specifically his pick for the middleweight division. He thinks that Chimaev will be champion of division end of year 2025. I agree with Tom Aspinall halfway. How so? We have short-term memories as human beings. We only remember the guy's last performance, which was spectacular. He finished Whitaker via submission, utilizing his wrestling, right? Finished first round. But if we track back the two fights before Whitaker, you would see that Chimaev had a very difficult time. First against former welterweight champion Kamaru Usman. And then the fight before that, I believe it was Gilbert Burns, which Chimaev was mighty exposed. Now, what am I trying to say here? If Chimaev decides to stand and strike with Dricus, Strickland, or Adesanya, then he has no chance of becoming champion of division end of 2025. If he gets reckless, that is. But if he implements his game plan, wrestling, then he will be champion in the division 2025. So I agree halfway with Tom Aspinall. I'm a huge fan of Chimaev, but you never know what you get with Chimaev. If he gets reckless, he can be put in vulnerable spots. Look at what Strickland did. It was the welterweight bout before Kamaru Usman. Gilbert Burns did to him. Exposed him, right? And you're talking about higher level strikers in middleweight division, with all respect to Burns, whether it be Strickland, Adesanya, or Dricus. So if he wrestles, yes, he will be champion end of the year. But if he decides to get reckless, no, he will not. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know in the comments and like, subscribe for more.